Hi, good
Okay.
morning, Ajinkya.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. So, good morning, students. So, today we have one of your friend or one of your colleague, we can say. He is
Hmm.
also a fresher student. He is graduated from VIIT Gondwa College, and now he is doing internship in Rolls Royce Power System. So, he is actually a highly motivated and skilled individual who recently had a semester-long internship at Rolls Royce Power System. Actually, he's demonstrated a strong foundation in the areas of design and CAD tools as well. So welcome Ajinkya, welcome to our channel.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Prajakshana.
Yes. So Ajinkya, let's start with your internship. How did
Okay.
you get that internship and what is your job role there? So
Okay, sure. So, good morning, all. I am Ajinkya Jadhav, and I am currently pursuing mechanical engineering from Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, PPYD, and I am currently in the last year of my mechanical engineering. So, recently, I just completed my 6 months long internship at Rolls Royce Power Systems. Along with this, I was a mechanical lead for the robotics club of my college as well. So, it helped me give me a boost in my internship as well. So currently, my designation was I was designated in Rolls-Royce Power System as an intern, and my job profile was mostly related with design and R&D. With new technologies coming up, they were planning to shift from a normal diesel engines to hydrogen engines and other stuff. So my major role was into the design and hydrogen engines.
okay, so what is your major role? Design and
Research.
research.
Basically, I was in the R&D department.
Okay.
So like there were various tasks from the R&D department, and we had to I had to complete them with like taking help from the managers, as well as recently I was in the I am in the process of publishing a paper through Rolls-Royce Power System for a technology that would cost us literally like it would around save us around 1,000 to 2,000 euros per year. So
Okay.
yeah, I cannot actually give an overview of what the system is, but it's basically related to the charger cooler or the radiator of a car. Like a radiator charger cooler is there in large diesel engines, but and so basically it is similar to that of radiator in our normal car engines.
Okay, radiator in car engine. So what is your job role there? What
My job role was to I was given 2 to 3 design projects. These design projects were not just that I have to go and work on some CAD software. This was of course there, but there were some backend calculations also well. So I had to make I had to do the bearing life calculations for water pump or oil pump, and along with this there were the design as well. So if my calculations are not in aligned with the design that we have suggested, so what all design modifications can we do? Then do we need to change the design in a particular sense or not? So this was my job role. Along with this, there was an R&D task that I just suggested, and another was every time not every time, but wherever I would get a chance, just in case of bearing. So my job was to integrate some kind of a coding with the mechanical part. So so I developed a Python code for the bearing life calculations as well. So you just input the pressure values and the force values and the direction, and you get everything. Like you get the number of revolutions of the bearing, you get how much rotations it will do, how what is the life of the bearing, whether it is 2 years, 3 years, or whether it will fail. So what kind of lubrication you have to use. So basically, all that stuff. So overall, the internship was a combination of strong mechanical field and a bit of coding support or the computer support.
okay, great. So recently you have said that you are doing software designs also in some software. So what are these softwares and what you did in that softwares?
Okay, basically, so in Rolls-Royce Power System, they basically use 2 to 3 softwares. They use ANSYS on a large scale for the analysis work. They use
Hmm.
ANSYS and HyperMesh a lot. Along with this, for the designing purpose, they use Creo.
Okay.
And for Creo is used for all the 3D design. And at the end, we have to get back to AutoCAD for the 2D designs, because we are we are still in a generation that we have to use AutoCAD drawings, and we cannot get out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. So I've used Creo there as well. And if we have to talk about the other designs, so there were some of my seniors who were around there for around 15 to 20 years in that field. So they were given the new task of developing new hydrogen engines for the coming years, because they will be launching their hydrogen engines in 2027. So to achieve that target, they were working on that. Whereas I was working on the Creo part. Uh, for me, there was two to three things that I would like to share with you.
Mhm.
So what do we do if we have to get in a draw a crankshaft? So basically we just get the AutoCAD drawing, and we try to get it in the 3D form, and we perform the stress strain analysis or the analysis part using answers. But they have a whole new different technique. So basically they just input the values, and the CAD software itself gives you the fully generated crankshaft. This is just a layout of the crankshaft, so you can chamfer it, or you can just add curvatures to it according to your what all things accordingly to the design specifications. But yes, that is a good part, that you don't have to do it from the start. You just have to input the value. So how many questions are you going to use? So is it 4, is it 8, or is it 20 questions? So it will design the crankshaft accordingly. Like it will just give a basic layout, then we can align it according to our design specifications.
And this all is done in Creo only.
Yeah, right, Creo.
And in HyperMesh, what are you doing?
In HyperMesh, basically they test everything. For HyperMesh, they are using for the analysis part. But coming back from HyperMesh to Ansys, in Ansys they use the turbine flow the flow analysis. Then they use how much electricity the water pump is using, or the oil pump is using. So how much power is being consumed, and other stuff. So just to give an example, there was a scenario where the water pump was using 1 kilowatt of energy. So as a result, they had to again rethink about designing the water pump, because the whole engine's power output was 600, and out of which 1 kilowatt was going to the pump. So that's a huge amount of energy. So
Okay.
just to save 1 kilowatt of power, they had to redesign the whole pump again.
Okay, so this is all done in ANSYS, and because of ANSYS, you know that the
Yeah,
1 kilowatt.
great.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I would like to know about hydrogen engine. Something you said about that your seniors do that hydrogen engine.
Mhm.
So what is that part? I would like to know about that part.
Okay, so yeah, sure. So right now we are in a scenario where oil or petrol diesel would be depleting faster. They are depleting in a faster rate. Also, like the prices are touching the sky, so it's like there has to be some other alternative for that. So they are planning to launch hydrogen engines by the year 2027. It's not just Rolls Royce Power System. There are other competitors as well who are planning to launch hydrogen engines. Like an example, Cummins and Tata Motors Limited is planning to launch their hydrogen engines for the commercial vehicles by 2025. So yeah, there are a lot of competitors in the hydrogen field, just to lower the effect on the environment, and to get to get a cleaner and greener environment by using hydrogen. So what my seniors were doing was that they were performing, like they were designing the engine components, and then they were analyzing it using the temperature and other other profiles. So they
Okay.
were used like you cannot directly inject hydrogen into the crankcase, right, or the shaft. So you have to maintain the temperature. So is the fuel injector good enough that it will sustain the amount of heat that is generated? Because hydrogen is highly volatile in nature. So like there are a lot of parameters that you have to take in consideration while shifting from a petrol and diesel to the a very new hydrogen engine.
Okay. So how ANSYS or HyperMesh and Creo is helping to hydrogen engine? This analysis part we will done in ANSYS, of course,
Mhm.
about hydrogen engine. So your seniors also working in ANSYS and HyperMesh?
Yes, right. So there's a there are a lot of teams. So one team just corely focuses on the design part, whereas the other team corely focuses on the analysis part. So the design team does it CAD designs, it forwards it to the analysis team. They do the they do analysis number of times. Then they find out the optimum value that they are getting. They again come back to the design team. They suggest their they suggest changes, and again this process continues unless and until they get an optimum solution. It's At the end it's just a teamwork that
Okay,
they are
okay.
putting in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my question is to you is, as a fresher, you gone into the Rolls Royce, and what are then that time? What are the challenges you have faced as a fresher? Because there are most of the you have most more seniors that they are 15 years of experience, and you are just
Mhm.
entered in that industry. So what are the challenges you have faced that time?
Okay, so basically the challenges was that at start you just feel a bit nervous because like you are sitting in a office where everybody is almost 10 to 15 years older than you, and they have
Yeah.
a whole amount of experience with them. They have been working with 3 to 4 different companies before that, and you are just new over there. So yeah, you at the start you feel a bit like a nervous kind of thing. And then there's a problem of communication, like if you're not good at communicating towards your seniors, or if you're not that much of an extrovert, not extrovert, but you're not that open to people, then there are some limitations that you have to face. Like even if you are facing a problem, you tend to do some things like do I have to ask the person that will you get disturbed and other things. And again you don't like there were some times where it was just assumed that I knew the whole different part, but then again I had to come back to my place, I had to revise whole of my engineering stuff and then get back to give the presentation. Like this
Okay.
scene happened with the thermodynamics. So in thermodynamics, like of course we all know the basics of thermodynamics, the heat transfer and other things as well. But what happens is that while performing once you get into the corporate world, or once you get into the bigger stuff, you have to you have to get away from the basics and jump to the advanced level. So for jumping, you have to revise the basics again and again and again to just get to that level.
Okay. Okay. So means uh, you are good in CAD tools as well. So you didn't face any CAD tools difficulties that time.
CAT tool difficulties, usually, if you have a good hand on softwares, you don't face a lot of difficulties. I personally have used around many CAT tools, starting from SolidWorks, CATIA, Siemens NX12, Unigraphics, Solid Edge. I have used almost each and every CAT tool, so I know how to get over the controls, how to switch from the manual to the keyboard mode and other things. So yeah, CAT tools problem, there were no access difficulties using the CAT tools, but yeah, you have to struggle with the other part of your engineering stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to good at CAD tools as well as in academics also.
Right.
Yeah, great. So so what do you think? What practical skills or what skills freshers do have to upgrade in themselves?
Okay, sure. So In the mechanical design field, the employers typically expect a fresher to have a strong foundation in mechanical engineering principles, including material science, stress analysis, thermodynamics, and fluid mechanics, because these are the main parts of the mechanical engineering, along with machine design. Also, like the employers or the companies look for proficiency in mechanical design softwares like SolidWorks, CATIA, AutoCAD, NX12, Fusion 360, Creo, Solid Edge, or the analysis tools such as ANSYS or HyperMesh. In addition to these technical skills, employers also have a like they also look for the communications and the collaboration skills that that as well. So how effectively you work as a team, or how effectively you are in a team environment. So along with this, a strong portfolio of work showing showcasing a variety of mechanical design projects that you have performed over, and what techniques that you have used. So basically they go through your resume around 2 to 3 times, and they scan each and every project that you have done. They under like For me, there was a before getting into the company, I had one interview, I had one HR round. Along with this, once I went into the company, there were again one or two technical rounds in which I had to face a lot of different panel members. So they check how the projects were done. They go deep into each and every project that you have done. So the main point is to have a clear idea of what projects you have done, and how you have done, and how you have got into the how you have completed the project. At the end, employers appreciate a passionate, or like appreciate a person with passion for mechanical design, and a desire to continuously improve and stay up to date with the latest design and techniques. So if you are old school, you have a problem with the upcoming issues. But yeah, if you stay up to date with the latest design trends and techniques, you are good to go anywhere. Like any company would be happy to have you as an employee. Also, the ability to effectively communicate technical concept to non-technical stakeholders is also important, because you are it's not just that you are having technical skills. You have to explain it to the non-technical background people as well, because there is a documentation team. So in the documentation team, they have a they of course have technical knowledge, but you have to explain it in layman's terms, so in such a way that it is very much easy for them. So basically, in short, a fresher in a mechanical design should be able to demonstrate technical proficiency, problem solving skills, communication skills, should have the ability to use CAD software, and a professional and a passion for pursuing mechanical engineering.
Okay, great. So, what first point you said? Proficiency design.
The technical proficiency,
Technical
about the
proficiency. Okay, so what does that means? Can you elaborate
me
that thing?
Yeah. So technical proficiency means how good are you at your technical knowledge? How good are you at? Do you know how to use a how does the laws of thermodynamics work, or how does machine design concept work? Or it's not about that you have to just learn the formulas. Learning formulas isn't a part of the process. But are you able to apply the concepts that you have learned in the machine design field properly at that moment? So it's not just that you have to get some values from one calculation and put it into other calculations. You have to integrate both the formulas together to get an equation in which you can ease the process, as well as you can find an optimum solution.
Okay, okay, great. So, my next question is how communication skill plays role in your industry.
Okay, so yeah, okay, one of the good questions.
Hmm.
Communication skills. It's one of the most important field that you have to it is as a professional, and if you have to sustain in the corporate world, having strong communication skills is of utmost importance, especially for someone like me, who is just starting a career, or a fresher who is just starting a career. So regardless of your field, sorry, whether it be the mechanical design field, or if you are in a CS or any other field, you have to, or you being able to communicate that too effectively is very essential for your growth as well as your success. So basically, communication skills allow you to express ideas and other stuff they help to establish the main point of communication. Having a good communication skills is that you can communicate with your colleagues or partners very much effectively, and you can establish trust, respect, and you can express your credibility with others, which is a very important point in setting a professional career henceforward. So uh, like yeah, communication skills are a critical component of professional success, and like you cannot remove it from any of the career fields. Even if you choose other fields, you have to be able to communicate in the best possible way.
Okay, okay. Nice to hear that. My one
Yeah.
next question is to you, that you have done your portfolio for the interviews and all this,
Mhm.
yeah, process. So in that portfolio, means how did you done that portfolio?
Okay,
Have you done
so
some projects on that softwares and yeah, of course you are good in CAD tools, so you have done most of this project in CATIA and in SolidWorks as well. So
mhm.
so I would like to know about your portfolio.
Okay, yeah, sure. So talking about the portfolio, it's not just that you have to the portfolio doesn't get developed in a 1 or 2 weeks or 2 or 3 months. It doesn't happen like in that way. So you have to get started from your second year or the third year. So I started in my second year. So I was a part of the robotics club of my official robotics club of my college. We participated in the an international robotics competition, which is called as Robocon. So you have to I was there in a part of I was there for designing and manufacturing the robot as well. So I have seen how the design works, how you have to change the design if the manufacturing process is not that suitable, how do you have to cut the cost accordingly, and other stuff. So moreover that I had a once I had a once I got used to the CAD tools, I was like my personal favorite is SolidWorks and CATIA. Of course, other CAD softwares are no doubt they are good, and they are you cannot match, you cannot compare anyone with each another. But yeah, my favorite are SolidWorks and CATIA. So I used to, and in my second year there was a huge lockdown. So
Hmm.
we communicating was just through the Google Meet or Zoom. So what I and my friends used to do were I had a 3D printer at my house. So I used to print a certain design. So be it normal engine parts or normal figures or any of the things. So accordingly, in my third year, sorry, I had a chance to make a logo for design a logo for a YouTube channel. So they were giving SolidWorks, they were giving batches, and yeah, the YouTube channel paid me up in huge amounts.
Okay, and
They
that time
paid
you
me,
was in second year.
yeah, right. So they
Yeah.
paid me around something around 7 to 8 thousand for just a small logo that I designed in SolidWorks. So yeah, you have to be good at. You have to have good imagination skills, and you have to as we talked about the communication skills, you should have the ability to communicate your ideas to design as well.
Yeah.
So that's a important part. And in my third year, I was very much into the robotics club as well. So owing to these, I was a mechanical lead for the robotics club. Again, I did many projects in the field of robotics. Along with this, recently, once my third year was getting towards the end, around March, April, I got a chance to work with a company. So that company was one of the main suppliers for Bharat Electronics Limited. So
Okay.
recently there were a certain trends that the Ola electric bikes were catching up fires because of the battery issues. So I had the design to I had the responsibility of designing a battery management system or battery thermal management system tool to to test the batteries. And yeah, so we designed the whole unit, we manufactured it, we prototyped it, and then we manufactured it in large amounts, and we supplied it to Bharat Electronics and DRDO also.
Wow,
So yeah,
great.
so this also applied a good amount of a push to my portfolio. And along with this, there were other things as well. So I helped a company for its ISO lining up. So I had you have to have a for a company or for a customer to recognize you, you need to have an ISO certification, right?
Yeah.
So be it ISO 9000 or 9001 or 10005. So like these are various types of certifications. I was in the design team for like I had done AutoCAD course, and so to as a part of my as a part I was given the responsibility to design the whole catalog into an AutoCAD file. So there was around 80 to 90 components. So I had to do 80 to 90 components in AutoCAD. So
Wow.
this was just for the certification process. And for certification process, you need to be very specific because the officer in charge like just randomly picks up one file, one component, and he asks where is the AutoCAD file, how you have done this, and the other processes itself. So yeah, this also gave me a lot of push. Apart from this, I participated in a lot of design competition. I and my team were ranked second in the Indira Gandhi National University Challenge, which was a design challenge. Again, there was a adult tinkering lab competition where we were ranked third. Also there is a good scope for freshers to apply for SolidWorks competition, which is Akruti. So I and my team were the finalists, main finalists. We were the top. Firstly, for the zonal rounds, they choose around 10 teams from 3 zones all over India. So we were in the top 30 for the zonal rounds, and for the finalists, they choose the top 5 teams, and we were among them. For the pitching of the ideas, like it's just type of a Shark Tank, but they look the like everything. They have the design aspect, they have the cost reduction aspect, like they again start from the idea building itself. So yeah, it's a long process. And but of course, doing competitions is you have to do competitions, you have to do hackathons, it gives you a lot of push.
Yeah, great, sir. Great. It means while you are working, while you are in engineering from second year, third year, either
Mhm.
it was a lockdown, then also you are
Yeah,
working, and then also you are doing a logo for some YouTube
yeah, right.
channel. Yeah.
Hmm.
So this all is done just because you are good in CAD tools, you are
Yeah,
good in
right.
SolidWorks, you are good in AutoCAD, and this all is.
Yeah,
And
right.
so I want to know when you completed these classes of CAD tools.
My CAT tool classes were completed when I completed in my second year and one in my third year. And recently I completed my NX12 crash course as well. So firstly, I completed my NX12 AutoCAD course. Along with AutoCAD, I was simultaneously learning SolidWorks, CATIA, and Fusion 360. So they give me a little push. And again, recently I learned I did my course on NX12 itself.
Okay, okay, great, great. So, yeah,
Mhm.
thank you so much for your time,
Yeah.
and it was very great meeting. Great, thank you for your
Thank you so
valuable
much.
time.
Yeah.
It also helps to our fresher students as well, because you're one of them, and you did very well in this industry. So, of course,
Yes.
your experience in Rolls Royce is very helpful
Yeah,
for
of course.
students. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
thank you and have a good day, sir. Yeah.
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 Same to you. Have a good day. Bye.